Welcome to another ICP update. So we are still going sideways right now. We have been going sideways since pretty much June. So there's nothing going on. I know this can be boring, but don't forget we are very close to the bull market support band, and at some point we need to test it, I would say. Now, of course, we tested it multiple times. We tested it here, we tested it here, here. So we can get rejected by it, but honestly, I don't think we will get rejected by it because we managed to hold support levels and we are now heading in a third wave move to the upside that I will talk about very soon. I know this whole thing looks a bit, let's just say confusing, but let me explain what we're actually doing right now. So let's start with this wave count right here, this 1-2 setup that I have on the chart, so this one right here. I don't know if the second wave right here has bottomed. We did go to the 0.618 extension, but we did not really get a huge bounce after that, so maybe it's safe to say that we will get another low before we actually continue in the third wave. To confirm that we have bottomed, I need a break above this high right here, which is at $9 and let's say 11 cents. Once we get to that level, then yeah, it will be very likely that the low right here is actually in. Now, I mean, the structure looks complete to me. We have an ABC structure, a very clear ABC structure, but maybe this is turning into some kind of other structure, maybe like a WXY structure, which I mean could look something like this, and that obviously would be very boring, and it would mean that we would have to go down to $7 again. But that would not be the worst thing ever, because ICP is still holding support levels quite well. It has actually respected many support levels. It respected the support levels in this 1-2 setup. It respected them in this 1-2 setup. So, you know, things are looking good so far. Now, I cannot confirm that this main second wave right here is in, because we have not had a 5-wave move to the upside. Once we get 5 waves to the upside, which are these 5 waves right here, the yellow ones, then I will be able to confirm that the low is actually in. Now let's talk about the green count right here, because this is also important. So, well, actually before I do that, let me talk about the third wave targets for the white count right here. For the third wave of this 1-2 setup, we need to get to $11.40.8, which is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup. And that obviously, I mean, that's gonna be very difficult to do because it would put us above the bull market support band. So first, we need to get above the bull market support band, and then we need to actually stay above it and not get rejected by it like we did multiple times in the past. And of course, once we get the third wave, if we get it, and if we get to the 200% extension, that would not confirm that the low is in, but it would make things a lot, let's just say, easier to understand, because usually when a coin goes above the bull market support band, it's a good sign. That only happens in a bullish scenario most of the times. So, you know, it would not confirm that the low is in, this third wave right here, but it would be very good if it happened. Then I'm expecting a fourth wave move down and a fifth wave move up, and the fifth wave move up should get to the 200% extension right here, which is at $11.62.8. That's the minimum target. And that is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup right here. Now in this 1-2 setup, we only went up 3 waves in the first wave, and it was only an ABC structure, which is fine, but you know, we still need more from this, and we need a third wave of this 1-2 setup. So basically, these 5 waves, the white waves, are the 5 waves of this third wave right here. And yeah, to confirm that the third wave is in, we need to go to these levels right here. Then, after we get the third wave, I'm expecting a fourth wave, and then a fifth wave. And the fifth wave should get to at least $16.17, which is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup right here. And that will also complete the third wave of this 1-2 setup. Then after we get the third wave, I'm expecting a fourth wave. I will also give you support level for that as well, if we get to that third wave target region. And then a fifth wave, and the fifth wave could realistically go above the previous first wave high right here. It does not have to do it, but it could do that. And once we get these 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that the main second wave right here is actually in, and I will be able to confirm that the first wave the white wave right here of the main third wave move to the upside is also in. Then you can expect a large correction in the main second wave, well, in the second wave of the third wave. And then what follows after that is a third wave of a third wave, which could be very, very bullish. I don't know how high this will go. It could go way higher than where it's at right now. It could go to like $100 maybe, but it could obviously go to like $50 as well. So it all depends on the bulls. And yeah, now after we get the third wave, I'm expecting a fourth wave move down and then a fifth wave move up, which could get to maybe, let's go in the daily for this, which could get to the 100% extension of the previous high right here, or maybe even the 1.618 at $138. This would be a super bullish scenario, obviously. And also something else I want to talk about, after we get the third wave right here, we do not have to get a 4 and a 5 setup. I mean, maybe ICP will only go up in 3 waves, and maybe this is just a large ABC structure. That could also be the case. Now, I don't know if I can believe that, because the first wave that we got right here is actually very, very bullish. ICP went up about 600% in the first wave, which is very, very good, and obviously the third wave needs to be even better than that, which means that if this is the second wave moved down right here, in the third wave we need to go up at least 700 to 800%, and that could easily put us at about $50 maybe in the third wave right here. And if we do that, then what happens after that all depends on what Bitcoin will be doing at that time. So, you know, nobody knows what Bitcoin will be doing after we get the third wave, and also nobody knows if we will actually go in the third wave move on the ICP chart. I mean, there were some altcoins in the previous cycle that did not have an altcoin season. So when all the altcoins were going up, there were some altcoins that didn't do anything. And I'm not saying that ICP is going to be one of them in the upcoming altcoin season, but you have to keep in mind that everything is possible in crypto. Now, obviously, I don't think that's a realistic scenario because the first wave to the upside is way too impulsive. So we have to get a third wave, in my opinion. We've also respected support levels, so I see no reason why ICP would be bearish in this cycle. Now, of course, we are still far away from the all-time high right here, and I don't take this as the all-time high, by the way. I take this right here as the all-time high, and there's still a long way to go until the $87 level. Now, obviously, ICP was only around for the bear market, so of course the chart looks like this, and of course the chart pretty much only went down. But right now, if ICP wants to prove itself, it needs a huge pump. Now, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we just put in a new cycle high right here at about 58.63% just a couple of days ago, and I don't think the top is in for the Bitcoin dominance chart, and it will most likely take another 1 or 2 weeks until we top. But then after that, I'm expecting an altcoin season that will look like this over here. And when we get that altcoin season, or if we get that altcoin season, ICP and the other altcoins that need a third wave move to the upside right now will most likely start exploding to the upside. I mean, that's what happens in an altcoin season. Also, nobody really cares about crypto right now. People start caring when we do something like this on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And why is that? Well, it's because altcoins start going up like crazy, and this is when people realize that, maybe I should buy an altcoin. Maybe it's gonna go up like 50x. And by the time they buy the altcoin, Bitcoin dominance is like right here. So even though the altcoin, it's likely to go up another 5x from this point right here, you're not gonna make that much profit if you buy an altcoin right here. The most amount of profit you're gonna make when buying an altcoin is if you buy it when Bitcoin dominance tops, or if you actually exchange Bitcoin for some altcoins when it tops. Now, this is not financial advice. This is just how I would do it, and you know, maybe I'm wrong, but it has happened 2 times and it's happening every single cycle in the exact same time period. So, you know, now maybe this altcoin season will not be as strong as this altcoin season of 2021, because the 2021 altcoin season was not as strong as the 2018 altcoin season. So, you know, but we should still drop at least to about 40% or so. in my opinion. And that would give the altcoins enough room to actually start a third wave move to the upside. Also, do not forget, Bitcoin is currently at $63,000, and in my opinion, it will top somewhere between $200,000 and $255,000, which means that from where we're at right now, if another 4x is still possible. And what is another 4x exactly? Well, another 4x means that we need to go up 4x in the market cap as well. And what does that mean? Well, it just means that once Bitcoin starts pumping and once Bitcoin gets to like 100K, there's gonna be a lot of money coming in the crypto market. And by a lot of money, I mean like trillions of dollars. And of course, that money will slowly be converted into altcoins, and that's how an altcoin season usually starts. So Bitcoin needs to pump first, and altcoins need to start following it, and they need to start outperforming it. And right now, Bitcoin has been going sideways for like 6 months, so we should be pumping very, very soon, in my opinion. I don't think we'll continue going sideways in October. As you know, October is usually a good month for Bitcoin, so we will most likely break the Bitcoin all-time high in the next couple of weeks, and then we will go to 100K by the end of the year, which will trigger the altcoin season, in my opinion. So that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts. We also offer personal altcoin analysis to gold members, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.